Kirk Clouden says black people are not doing business with him. They're buying his overpriced courses and boot camp, making him rich. He isn't saying anything you can't hear from a black marketer just like him. Well, Kurt, in order to be able to substantiate that, you'd have to actually tell me and help me to understand how it is that his message is not resonating by actually showing me what in his course what he's doing wrong. Because what I've seen somebody actually book a $40,000 coaching call, and it's on the internet, and the dude is already 100+ millionaire. He booked a coaching call with Grant Cardone, and he said that he got immense value as a result. And he broke down each point that allowed for him to be able to substantiate why he received more value than he would have had he not actually booked that coaching call with Grant Cardone. So that's an assumption. Anybody can say anything, and I'm not just going to roll with that and believe it just because that's how you feel. You're going to have to substantiate it, and more importantly, it doesn't matter about how you feel about it. It doesn't matter about whether or not you think it's a black marketer. Okay, well then find a black marketer that's just like him, that's doing it just as effectively, and go buy his course and go rock with him. Go help me to understand how he's more effective than Grant Cardone. And more importantly, also help me to understand how he's just as successful, if not more, than Grant Cardone. Show him to me, and then we're going to go and rock with him too. I don't give a about who the voice is. I want the information. When y'all was sitting there getting mad at Trump for only paying $700 in his taxes in a year, I was like, let me figure out how he did it. And I went and bought all of his books and reread the ones that I already had. I don't care about feelings when it comes to getting information. I'm looking to get the data. I'm looking to get the information. I'm looking to understand how, even if what it is that you think that he's giving you doesn't resonate with you, it may resonate with me, or I may understand how he markets himself more effectively without the information that he's giving you. He may be talking about real estate. I'm looking at him as the person and saying, man, he markets well. We can all figure out how we can understand things more effectively from everybody if we remove the emotion of how it is that we feel about them specifically and start to understand how they're doing things effectively. The problem with the black community, let me cook for a minute. The problem with the black community, and thank you for the super chat, Kurt, but I got to be real. I'm not going to dummy down my thoughts just because you guys are super chatting or just because you guys are watching a platform and you support me. I'm going to keep it 100% of the time. The problem with black people is we so caught up in how we feel. Your emotions is going to be the death of you. Your emotions is going to be the thing that prevents you from getting 100 million. Your emotions is going to be the thing that gets you 1 million, but not 10, because you're so focused on how you feel about the person, or you're letting your emotions determine how it is that you're going to, instead of looking to understand, and I don't give a about whether or not Floyd Mayweather is 50-0 or not. I'm trying to understand how he was able to market himself more effectively to more people that don't even resonate with boxing. I'm not comparing Floyd Mayweather to the white fighter and all of this other shit. I don't care. Floyd Mayweather do business with black people and white. Matter of fact, Floyd Mayweather was on Grant Cardone. He was at one of his conferences talking to the overwhelming majority of the people that was in the audience. Instead of Floyd Mayweather looking at him and saying, what Floyd did was like, okay, listen, let's get this money together. Let's figure out how we can get this. What can I learn from you? What can you learn from me? Let's have an exchange of strengths and weaknesses so that we can shore ourselves up in order to become more successful. This is why it's always going to be a class war, because I understand that the majority of black people feel some type of way instead of actually understanding how it is that they can do things differently and then allowing for their actions to determine their course. You so busy feeling instead of trying to figure out where you can extract information, where you can extract understanding, where you can extract how it is that this dude is doing things more effectively than the dude next to him. I don't give a about what y'all think. I don't even have to like you. As long as you're not doing nothing illegal, then that means that I can learn from you. Let me say this again. We don't have to like each other. You can be you can be a hardcore Democrat that is gayer than Little Nas X. When I bring you into this studio and I'm having a conversation with you, I'm trying to understand where you are and how it was that you were able to be more successful so I can utilize that either in another business or for myself personally. Now, that's not going to change whether or not I like you or not. It's not going to change whether or not I look at you as a human and I humanize you and I'm able to do business with you. What it's going to tell me is how it is that I can extract what you're doing so that I can use it and give it back to my own people. I'm looking to get the information and bring it back to my people. I'm not looking to make you happy. This ain't no happiness. How many of you actually go to work and you happy about being there? Did you quit your job? No, you still go to work. You're not happy about going to work every day. You don't even like going to that job every day, but you there and you do your job effectively, and you hoping to get a raise and promotion, and you becoming friends with all of your coworkers, not because you like them, not because they awesome, but because you actually trying to make the decision that's in the best interest of your family. You go there so you can extract the resources and bring it back to your people, your family. You feeding you putting your chick through, your little girls through college, and you're making sure that your son can go to private school, and you're making sure that your 401k is funded. When did y'all start liking the companies that y'all work for? What are we talking about? Remove the emotion so that we can go and get this money. And after we get the money, then we can start picking and choosing the people that we want to do business with. You don't get the option until you have the option to do so. Then you can kick the door down and say, okay, I want you, I don't even like you, and I want you. But until you get to that point, until you get to the point where you actually extract all of the information and the resources, then you can start making the best decision of your life. I know that's why women is, don't let me get I'm on my soapbox. That's why women are beating men, is because they've largely removed, even when you start to talk about the thing that women are interested in when it comes to men versus the thing that men are interested in when it comes to women, it's largely emotion based. Men are leaning more into their emotions, and that's why they say, well, I need a bad chick. A woman is saying, I need a provider and protector. She don't give a about what that dude look like. She trying to make sure that she's straight and that her kid is straight. And so she's making strategic decisions on how it is that she can align herself with somebody that's more aligned with her personal interests, and then she'll leave you later. You sitting there talking about, I need a baddie. We so emotion-based as far as how it is that we operate, instead of looking at everything from a business perspective. Look at it from a business perspective. Get everything you can out of everything that you can, and then you go and do what the fuck you want to do. But until then, I'm not complaining about nobody until they can actually give me all of the information that I need. And then I'm going to be like, you know what? I want to do business with that person instead of that person. Because until then, I got to look at you. I need the information. I need to know what you got. You may have paid $350,000 for your education, and I'm going to sit under you like a little baby and learn everything that I can learn because I'm getting it at a discount just by sitting up under you. I'm not talking about no emotion. I don't care how many people you like or you don't like. I don't even agree with 100% of what my mama say, but I sit there and I deal with her. And you telling me I can't deal with it as a result of getting some benefit out of it? And y'all sitting up under these people that y'all don't even like on a regular basis, and they backbiting and they don't even like you, and I see y'all gossiping about them every day, talking about, man, I ain't got no real ones. You wonder, motherfucker, that you don't even like every single day, and you sitting here ain't getting no money from it, and you complaining about it, got all of the resources and information, and you ain't even gonna humble yourself enough to go and get it because you don't like them. Get out your emotions so we can get this money, man. I need people on my team and that's around me that's about to get this money. We all got to make sacrifices. You might as well get something out of it. Don't fucking sit here and tell me that we ain't going to get this money and you just sitting there because of your emotions, because of how you feel. Get the fuck out of my face. I can't deal with no that's moving based off of emotions. I got to deal with people based off of a purpose. If he got what I need to go and get that. And then we can have a conversation afterwards. Talking about no emotions. About this bag, man. I'm about to change the trajectory of my whole family lineage as a result of making a sacrifice. It's got to come from somewhere. It may as well come from me. We got these women every single day. They sit over there, they throw it back, they bust it down, and then they use your money in order to put themselves through college and take care of their little kid and use the simp. They actually operating out of a business perspective because they have pergaments. They want the best available option with all of the information, and they're going to work their way up the ladder, and they're going to monkey branch all the way through. And we sitting here at the bottom of the barrel in last place as black people talking about how we feel about somebody. How does that make sense, y'all? How does that make sense? Why are we talking about how we feel when we ain't got nothing? You ever seen a porn? Have y'all ever, Jesus, let me cook. Have y'all ever seen a bum turn down a meal that you buy from them at the store and they say, I don't want that, I only want the money? You be like, fuck you. You ever seen a dude turn down a blessing? We ain't got time to be sitting here talking about what we like. We starving. You on the streets, you got nothing. Black people ain't got nothing. We've been at the bottom of the barrel since the beginning. Since the time you've been born, all the way up in 2023, February 27th, year of our Lord, we sitting here broke as a collective. And we sitting here talking about how we feel? We need a different strategy. If I'm the leader of black people in general, I can't be the leader because I'm going to have you get out your emotions. I'm going to say, listen, homie, I need you to make the sacrifice, go in there and infiltrate, learn everything that you possibly can, and then bring that back. Go get that bag and bring that back to the fam. Let's hunt. Let's hunt. Not only let's hunt, let's learn how they do it more effectively, and then let's hunt more effectively. We can't sit here and have a war if we ain't got no ammunition, we ain't got no troops, we don't even know how to land, we don't know what the terrain look like. You behind enemy lines and you don't even know how to find your way back home. And we sitting here talking about how we feel? Boy, don't get me started.